Hey stars, it's me, Shot a Star, and I'm back. Listen, again, I want to thank you guys for your continued support. Thank you, and please continue to subscribe, like, comment, and share. I need you to do that for me. Today there's a little chill in the air, so I'm just drinking my regular smegular um, lemon ginger tea, right? Something to get the little chill out the bones. We almost there, y'all. Summer's pretty much over. Okay, so we're going to start this off, and I'm not going to keep you long. I already know, got a lot of things going on. You know what I mean? So we're going to go to um, French Montana. Now, how many of you are familiar with French Montana? He's a rapper, and he's engaged to a princess, a real princess. Actually, the princess of Dubai. Her name is Fika Mara, and mind you, she has about six other names after that, which I'll try to get to, but whatever. Um, the rapper proposed to her, the princess, during Paris Fashion Week back in June, and they just announced it in August that they're getting married. And listen, come closer. Let me get this out of here. Let me tell you what's going on in the streets allegedly. Okay, now what's going on in the streets allegedly is look. Apparently, French has been mixed up with this Puffy thing that went through the trial. Now we know that he's going to be sentenced next month in October, right? And they're saying, "Oh, Jay Z's next," and now they're saying, "Oh, French Montana is next," because they're saying that French allegedly is in the videos and on a lot of the evidence that the government got from Puffy. So they say he's next. Now, what they're saying is with the government, I wouldn't say the feds, allegedly the government is after you and trying to bring you up on some charges or whatever have you, right? What better else to do would be to connect yourself to a royal family? Because see, check this out. The royal family in Dubai, once you marry into the royal family, allegedly, you become a Dubai citizen. And you're no longer a United States citizen or whatever citizen French Montana is. Um, So I don't know. This is what they're saying. So they're saying, I don't know if this gives you some type of diplomatic immunity or any other type of immunity, but I don't know. And if he becomes a citizen of Dubai, I don't know if Dubai would actually let the United States come on in and get him. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just speaking allegedly, but I'm just telling you what's in the street and what's going on. And on another flip note of that, Fat Joe, he has a podcast, right? And him and French are friends. And he went on the air and was pretty much letting French know, like, you look, this is not, be careful with he said, be careful with this one. She ain't no regular, smegular girl from Miami or New York and New Jersey. She ain't even a Kardashian isn't even her. She's beyond that. She's a real princess, okay? So they saying, you did whatever to Khloe Kardashian and bounced. He warning his friend, like, allegedly, like, yo, be careful, because they'll find you in the desert, son. Like, this ain't your, don't do that. You now dealing with a whole different breed. And I don't know if French is built for that. And I say that because most rappers have this image to protect and to live up to. And a lot of that is womenizing. And I don't think he can get away with that with this one. Know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just telling you allegedly what's going on. I don't know. I think it always takes a special person to be with someone of such a high caliber as a royal member of a family, such as Dubai, a princess or a prince and all that. That's a lot. That's a lot. Because when you embarrass the family. When things come upon you and you're part of that family, it comes upon the family. Be soon come, Ross. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Maybe French gonna do a little razzle dazzle and maybe he ready to make that change and whatever. I'm just saying, and I ain't just saying it. Joe even said it. Fat Joey cracked. Fat Joe was like, "Yo, this ain't that one. Be careful. This ain't that." All the how you used to just do whatever, and this ain't that. and find you in the desert for real, for real. That's what he said, allegedly. Not allegedly, I heard him when he said it, but I'm just saying allegedly to protect myself because look, I can't. Hell, I can't even go up against Joe. So I definitely ain't trying to go up against the Dubai family. How you doing now? However, so we're going to move on. How many of you guys have watched Katrina Come Hell and High Water? It's a new documentary. It's 3 episodes and it's on Netflix. The official trailer for Katrina Come Hell and High Water provides a glimpse into the gripping and emotional narrative of the series. It sets the stage for the story, detailing the human error and neglect that led to the catastrophic levee failure and the subsequent designation in New Orleans. Um, it took me 2 days to get through it, and that wasn't because it wasn't interesting. It's just I don't like, and I didn't quite know what they were showing, and I'm not, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot. So I watched the first episode, right? And it's like a regular episode of a TV show, but it's 3. And that's what this documentary consists of. And it has survivors. They're actually talking about it because it's now 20 years later. Remember, this happened in 2005. We're now in 2025. So now they have a lot of people that were kids, that were children at that time, and they survived it. And now they're adults and they go back to see where they were and how things have changed and things of the sort. But it gives you, I thought I had heard pretty much of everything because, we're going by the pictures on the news and stuff with all the people on the bridge and all the people at the dome that sprung a leak at that time. And it was a lot. And the people didn't work. The government and the city wasn't supplying food or water to the people because they just wasn't ready. And a lot of the poor was blamed for being poor. They blamed you for not evacuating because you couldn't afford to evacuate your family. So it was your fault. So watch the documentary is very interesting. I'm sure you'll see and hear some things that you didn't see and hear because now this documentary is speaking to have survivors telling their story where before we had people going through it and now it's something different. It's 20 years later. And I suggest you watch it. It's really, really good. That's on Netflix. Again, Katrina, Come Hell and High Water. How many of y'all are watching this Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather exhibition match? Don't worry, I'll wait. Now, when I first heard about the match, right, I said, Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather, they're not even in the same weight class at all. Then I thought they're both retired. And this is, again, exactly what it says exhibition match, which is a lot of little playful. They want to show you some of their moves, and Mike want to show you that he still got it. And of course, Mayweather is there to get another check to add on to the rest of the money he got. Because Floyd. Floyd gonna produce it, direct it, do the choreography for it. I said it because it's an exhibition match. It's not you waiting for somebody to get knocked out. That's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It's not going to happen. And what else is not going to happen is I don't think that I'm going to pay to see it. Now, if you want to invite me over, I'll come over and I'll bring some wings or something and we can kiki and watch. But listen, it's going to be 2 grown men, 2 retired boxers making a lot, millions and millions and millions of dollars. And Floyd is going to make another truckload of money from producing, directing, doing the choreography. Yeah. Okay, now I don't know who this may apply to because I'm just letting you know I don't fat shame, and this is what people are saying that Southwest Airlines are now going to start doing is fat shaming because starting January 27th, 2026, Southwest Airline will implement a stricter refund rules for plus size passengers who require extra seating, requiring advance purchase and specific conditions for refunds. So now what they're going to do is they're going to demand you to get a second seat. Before, and I think this has been a sore point for all airlines in the past years because who wants to be that person to tell that passenger, I know you purchased a seat, but you need to purchase another. Nobody really wants to be that person, right? And so now what they're doing, they're implementing new rules and regulations and what they want, apparently what they used to do, this is allegedly for Southwest Airline, people that needed a second seat, you could get to the airline, you have your one seat, you get to the airline, you purchase another seat that's next to you, right? If that's available. Because from what I understand, Southwest doesn't have specific seating. And that's going to start in January at the same time as this. Now people are going to have numbered seats just like in every other plane. I was unaware until reading this, because I've never been on Southwest, that they don't have assigned seating. It's like you get on and you sit where you sit. Well, now starting in January of 2026, it will be assigned seating, and that's because now they're going to be charging plus size passengers more money, and they're demanding them to buy two seats. And what, like I said, what they were doing before was making them buy the second seat, but then when they get to where they were, they would let them refund it. Well, now they're making it harder for you to refund anything. You're going to buy them two seats. You needed it. I remember being on a flight, right? And it was a quick flight. I think I was going from New Jersey to Atlanta or something like that. And so it wasn't long. And the person that was sitting next to me was spilling over into my seat. And I couldn't even use the armrest because they weren't using the armrest either, because they were more slumped up like this with them Ronatoris. Sorry. Um, Everything else was on the armrest. It was just the worst. But of course, the flight wasn't long. I dealt with it. It was what it was. But I learned from that is to do preferred seating. And I always do preferred seating. And what we do is we like to fly first class first. But I mean, of course, but those tickets are ridiculous. And you only getting to wherever my destination maybe 2 seconds before me because I'm back here in business or whatever. But the truth of the matter is, if you can, purchase your seats where whatever. I'm not saying purchase the cheapest seats, because sometimes first class could be booked up and they're not offering any discounts or because to sell the seats that are there, right? So you might get stuck in a crappy seat. So if you're gonna do, do business plus, whatever it is, we do that, like a business plus, extra leg room, this, that, and the third. Then when we get to the airport to check in, because we first check at home the day before to see if the flight is full. Then when we get to the airport and check in, we go to see if there's an upgrade for first. If there's first class seats, they upcharge you to get it. And I think me and my husband, I think we've paid as little as like maybe $150, $180 each just to upgrade our the first class. And I mean, if the flight is 4 hours or more, you want to do that, you know? So yeah. So like I said, starting January 27, 2026, Southwest Airline will be implementing stricter rules and refund rules for plus size passengers. I don't know if we can say that they're targeting it, but like I said, again, I am aware that this has been a sore point for a lot of airlines because again, no one wanted to be that person. And now you don't have to be that person. But what I will say about it is you notice that the seats are getting smaller and smaller because they're adding more seats to a row, right? Seriously, you used to be getting to business class and you were good. Now everything is getting smaller and smaller, and what they're doing is upcharging you for extra leg room, and that's like business plus. We normally do that where we get to that row where there's no one in front of us. It's just a screen that's on the thing or whatever. It looks like a pod almost, and we like that. But again, I book first. I upgrade first class most of the time when I get to the airport. I ain't doing it before because I'm not paying an extra $1,000 to $1,200 more than the person that's 5 or 6 rows. We all can get there the same. I don't have to. That's ridiculous. And first class ain't what it used to be anyway. Let's be clear. Anywho, yeah. So those that use Southwest, that's what it is. This is going to be my last story, guys, and I just want to let you know. You know that we've been doing the what is it? The DEI things. Um, well, not the DEI things. I'm sorry. I want to tell the story right. Okay. Guess what? The CEO of Target is stepping down amidst declining sales and the DEI backlash. Right. So apparently, it pays off a little bit. Like I haven't been to Target or Walmart. Um, I have been, and it's been a long time, and I can honestly say I haven't gone this year and most of last year, or if not more. So I haven't been seriously, and the truth of the matter is, it says after 11 years in the role, Cornell will leave his post at the beginning of next year, per CNN, CNBC, and Associated Press. He will be replaced by Michael Fedek, Target's current chief operating officer. On February 1st, 2026 is when the new role for the new CEO. Fedek has been with the company for over 20 years, and he started as an intern. Okay, that's great. And if you think that it's stating that he's been there 20 years and started as an intern make us feel better that he's going to change anything around, not so much. Not so much. Because I'm sure this CEO that's stepping down allegedly, I'm sure at some point he probably didn't care about the DEI because he was already set up. However, when he saw it start affecting the sales of the company, I'm sure he wanted to do either go back to where it was or some type of in that direction. And I'm sure they was like, no, we're not going to do it. And that's why they was like, he was like, you know what? I'm stepping down. I can't stay the head of this if I'm not in totally agreement of it. And it is what it is. So what it means is our buying power works, people. I mean, it may not seem like a big win to you, but when they start, when CEOs and CFOs start stepping down and chairman of the board, and because the people that invest in their companies, the shareholders, they're not happy. They might be for getting rid of the DEI, but they're not happy about their coins. Okay. So, like I said, this is where you see that our buying power does work. If not, it works point blank at some point. Um, Again, I love you guys. I want you guys to be intentional. I want you to check on your strong friend. I want you to check on your strong family member. I love you guys. Like I said, it's getting a little brisk. The weather's changing. Summer's almost over. And here we are. We're going to have more and more to talk about because, the cooler it gets, the more we get shut in, is the more we get cozy up with these little cups of tea and our little blankets, and we can get it in. Because I want to start going live with you guys. I want to set up a day, one day a week, I want to start with one day a week, and I want to start going live with you guys where we can actually talk. You can tell me what you think of my stories. You can tell me whatever. And we can converse and go back and forth. That's what I want to do, right? So with all those things I say, I love you guys, and I will speak to you guys soon. Have a great day.